What's going on, good people? Are you new to lawn care, just beginning, this is your first season, and you're trying to get out there and have a green lawn or the greenest lawn on the block, but you're just overwhelmed with all the products and recommendations? Or maybe you've had a couple of seasons under your belt and you've been managing your lawn, but you're just tired of spending all the money that you're spending on it with the different products? Well, this video is for either one of you, because we're going to talk about the essential products that you need to have a green lawn this season. So before we get into those essential products, I just want to put it out there. I've been in your shoes. I've been there. We've all got to start somewhere. So when I first got into it, I did probably the exact same thing a lot of people do when they get into a new hobby. You go buy all the gear and all the products that you can go buy that you think is going to help make your lawn better or make you better at whatever that hobby is. I just want to say I've been there, I've done that, and I've progressed on from that. What I did do is I've gained knowledge, I've gained experience, and what I found out is I would advise you to start off simple. Start off simple and consistent. And from there, you can then see where you end up with just that simple getting out there, getting on a program, a simple program that is, and seeing if you get the results that you desire. And if you do, you can keep it simple and keep it cheap. Or if you want to call it cost effective. But what I do advise against is starting at the extreme and then trying to dial it back. Starting at the extreme, you're just buying a lot of products, a lot of things that you may not even use or need. I know you're like, Cam, well, look at all the products that you got on the back of your shelf behind you. Yeah, you're right. And to be honest with you, a lot of those products have been there for years, and I've only used them maybe once. And some of them I've actually never even used. The seals are still on them. Because as I gain more knowledge and I gain more experience and seeing those experiences through other people's lawns with just simple inputs, I came to realize that it's not always about the products. So we are going to talk about the essential ones, starting with the first one right here. And that first one is water. Water is one of the most influential and essential products that you can put down on your lawn. Yes, I said that it's a product. Understanding that yes, it comes down naturally, but it has been pretty scarce the past few seasons, and it can be pretty unpredictable. But we have the option of being able to put down water through irrigation, whether that's in-ground irrigation system that you may have on your lawn, or if it's just from above ground sprinklers that you went and purchased from your local big box store. But having the proper amount of water, or actually having water present, is probably more important than that actual product that you think you're putting down to help substitute for the absence of water. With that being said, I would actually advise you to spend the money on putting down water rather than purchasing a product that maybe you are trying to substitute the lack of water or trying to get additional performance out of your lawn without watering. Water is responsible for the survivability of the plant and also the uptake of the nutrients that are in that product that you're putting down. So if we don't have water present, a plant is going to struggle and it's only going to survive for so long without it. Now let's talk about the second product. This one is actually a product. We're going to talk about fertilizers. Fertilizers are the nutrients that you are putting down onto your lawn to give it the food that it needs to be able to perform. Yes, your lawn can perform without you actually putting down fertilizer. But I think with the desires that we have and the people that are watching this channel, you're gonna need to make sure that you're supplementing some fertilizers to be able to get the performance and the result that you're looking for out of your lawn. The good thing is there are actually new grass seed cultivars out there that are able to perform and give us the desired results that we're looking for with less of those inputs. Hey, a lot of those grass seed cultivars are actually in the Elm Street Elite grass seed blend that you've seen in my backyard that you can actually purchase. I've actually had a season where from the start of the season in March through September, right before I got ready to do my overseeding, that whole growing season, I only applied 1 pound of nitrogen to my back lawn. It was actually by mistake, didn't know that I had put down that little. It was a busy season that year, but the lawn performed great and it looked great with those lower amounts of inputs in there. Yes, I gave it a solid feeding that fall once we got there, but to only put down 1 pound of N and have that kind of performance, that is what we're looking at, where you don't need as many products when you start with a quality seed. When it comes to fertilizers, there's a lot of options out there and it can be overwhelming. So my recommendation is that you get a soil test. That way now you can have some kind of guide of what nutrients you need to be applying to your lawn, which can help you narrow down the options of the fertilizers that you would be choosing from to put down on your lawn. And if you want to go an even more simple route and you don't want to get a soil test and go through that process, you can actually go the nitrogen only route, which means you just put down a fertilizer that has only nitrogen in it and none of the other nutrients. One of those examples can be you go down with urea or AMS, which are also two of the most cost-effective fertilizers that are out there on the market. So you can either go to your local big box and buy a fertilizer, or you can go to your local co-op or turf supply store or your local nursery. What I would advise you to do is to actually find your local nursery or your local turf supply store, because you can purchase fertilizer from those locations with a lot more reasonable pricing than what you typically get from the big box store. At the end of the day, a lot of the fertilizers have similar ingredients that are in the bag. So the additional price that you're paying in the big box stores or any other online stores may not actually be worth or hold the value of what you're paying to get the ingredients that are in the bag. The interesting thing is that I've started to notice a lot more people that are moving towards the urea or AMS only route, and they're seeing great performance in their lawn and are satisfied with the results that they're getting. And on top of that, they have a simpler program and they're saving money. I attribute some of that change to great channels that are out there like Turfgrass Epistemology with Dr. Shaddix that goes over the data and the research that's out there that supports that we do not need to use a lot of the products that are out there, and we're not really getting the benefit that we think we're getting, especially in home lawn scenarios with using a lot of these products. It's all data driven. You know I enjoy a data-driven decision. Now that we've talked about fertilizers and you're ready to get your fertilizer down, check out this video right here to make sure that you're applying the appropriate nutrients and you're accounting for what you're putting down on your lawn. And if you've got weeds, a lot of us do, check out this video right here to be able to get those cleaned up in just a single application. All right, y'all, as I always say, just know we working.